single by Harrison Crawford. But I'm guessing that huddle right now, done by Ed Service near the third base bag, is as much a rear end chewing as it is a strategy session or anything else. It's certainly anything but celebratory because the Jays should have won this game much earlier. They had a 3-0 lead going to the eighth, and unfortunately, Max Ising had problems in the bullpen. Air Force came up with a big hit on David Gerber to tie the game. Then, in one of the most unusual things you'll ever see in the 11th inning, when the Jays had first and third with 2 out, a single to left field by Landon Lukanski, which should have ended the game, eventually did not end the game because the runner at first, Ryan Fitzgerald, failed to run and touch second base, which you must do. It's a forced play, and there's 2 outs. Air Force alertly threw the ball back to second, and while the Jays were celebrating out in right field on what they thought was a Landon Lukanski game-winning base hit, actually turned into an inning force out. It forced us to go 3 additional innings, but then the Jays, with a bases loaded, nobody out single by Harrison Crawford, ends this one 4-3. And Kevin McNabb, it does go down in the books as a win, and that's the important thing. But this is definitely going to be a lesson learned because this was an effort that at times lacked that intensity, that focus to detail, that focus to attention that's been the hallmark of an Ed Service team that it's really going to be something that kind of sticks with these guys for a little bit.
Yeah, it was definitely an ugly win, but I guess all is well that ends well. It is the 4th straight win now, and the 7th in the last 8 games as the Blue Jays improved to 12-7 on the season. They've got Stetson coming in for a 3-game series Friday, Saturday, and Sunday here at TD Ameritrade Park. The weather, especially for those games Saturday and Sunday, should be much better than what we experienced tonight. Hopefully the fundamentals will also, I'm sure, be paid attention to after they do hear from Coach Service about kind of the lack of focus, as you mentioned, in this game. But Blue Jays win it. Air Force, they lose for the 4th straight time, dropping their 6th in their last 8 games to fall to 9-14 on the season. So,
well, I know you got to get back to Columbus because you got an early morning tomorrow, so I appreciate you coming in. I thought we would be done in decent amount of time tonight. So
well, it sure looked that way, but, I'm just glad it's done with a victory rather than a loss.
No doubt. Let's go real quick through your final box score. This is your Rotella's Bakery postgame show, your U.S. Bank final box score. The Jays 4 runs on 12 hits, 2 errors. The winning pitcher is Ethan DeCaster, and lost in all of the mistakes that may have been made on the offensive side of things. Ethan DeCaster tonight goes 2 2/3 innings of scoreless relief, pitched out of a couple of jams, struck out 4, only allowed 2 hits. Also a big tip of the cap to David Gerber and Will Baumsberger, who also pitched out of trouble in their innings of Gerber went 3 2/3 tonight, and woulda, coulda, shoulda been the winning pitcher had it not been for the mistake we mentioned earlier. But either way, give credit to those 3 guys at the back end of the bullpen for holding this thing together when it looked like maybe the Air Force would have had a chance to win it. But the Jays, again, 4 runs, 12 hits, 2 errors. The offensive stars of the game, Harrison Crawford with 2 hits and an RBI, the game-winning RBI. Ryan Fitzgerald had 2 hits. Daniel Woodrow, 3 hits tonight for the Jays. For Air Force, 3 runs on 8 hits and 1 error. The losing pitcher is Michael Rieker. He falls to 0-1.